Hi, Insta family. How you guys doing this evening? Night, wherever you are, morning, afternoon, from different parts of the world. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Papa Judenka on Instagram, and this is another episode of our show, The Journey, on IG Live. I hope you guys have been having a wonderful day out there wherever you are. And I'd like to go straight to the show for today. The special guest that we have on the show, who's going to share her journey with us, and we're going to learn a whole lot of things from this professional. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you. How you doing?
Good. You can finish your, sorry to cut you off.
No problems. I'm good. It's good to go directly into the show because
yeah,
you are here, and the reason for this show today is because you're here.
Exactly.
So I'd rather have you do all the talking than me doing all that talking.
Okay.
I guess they're tired of hearing my voice right now because they're used to it already. They want to hear somebody else.
Awesome.
So it's so good to have you here today. Hope everything is well with you over there.
Yes, it is. It's raining today, but that's okay. It's relaxing, you know?
That's good to know. So where exactly do you live right now?
So right now I'm on the East Coast. So I'm in DC.
Oh, DC on the East Coast. That's cool. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm in New York at the moment.
Really?
Yes, I live in New York.
Awesome.
Yeah. And, it's been a journey for me being from Africa originally.
Yeah.
And then coming over here. And so this was why I decided to start this show, so that we can help a whole lot of people out there who believe in something, even though they've not achieved it at the moment.
Right.
Because everybody has a story, and each person's story is unique and different to them.
True.
But when we hear the experiences of others, like professionals, public figures, influencers, people who have been able to go through something and were able to handle it a certain way, different from how we would have handled it, then we can learn something that we can apply to our lives generally, if I'm correct. And so your brand, the Robin Bee, what does it represent to you? Let's talk to people about this. Let them know who the Robin Bee is and what that brand represents.
Of course. So I mean, it's exactly what you said. So basically, we can define our own success. So I joke about it in my bio. I changed it the other day, and I was like, you know what? I hate having all the lines about things that I do.
Right.
And I just changed it to I do it all.
Okay.
Because it's true. At the end of the day, I am a pharmacist in training, but, I still have a passion. So your purpose is something you're talented at, but your passion can also be something that you really have a desire for. So I just want everybody out there to understand that what you do doesn't define you, and you can't look at Instagram and, media and say, unless I get on the Forbes list, I'm not successful. Unless I have 1 million followers, I'm not successful. Like, you define your own success, because today you're greater than you were yesterday. So that causes for celebration every day.
Very well said. Thank you so much for what you said. Now, from what you said, you just made it clear to people that it doesn't matter what you do, like a profession. As long as you have a passion, that is exactly what you should look forward to for the rest of your life, right? Because that is what is going to define you eventually. Now, can you tell us a couple of things that add value to you right now in your life? Now, I know you are a couple of things, and I'd like you to mention them yourself, like a pharmacist, you're an influencer, you're a fitness enthusiast, and so on. So those things that you do, can you list a couple of them for us that add value to you? And then you also tell us something that adds money to you, so that we can differentiate between what you do for your passion and what you do for just paying the bills and living life regularly.
Yes. Well, I'm fortunate enough, because I think that your purpose, which is the one that you get paid for, the thing that you're talented at, is also something I enjoy. Right. So that's the pharmacy aspect. It's like, medicine is something that I enjoy doing. But of course, everyone knows, like, that field is hard to get into, hard to maintain. You're always learning. So of course, there's some days where you're not like happy about it, but you know that you're doing it for the right reasons, and you're engaged in it because you work so hard for it. Right. So it automatically becomes a piece of you. And then secondly would be like fashion. So people don't know this, but before I was a fashion designer, before pharmacy school. Okay. So so I have like a knack for fashion and design. So, because I'm so busy with other things, now I just wear other brands and, things I like, I kind of style them, shall I say, and just spread others' creativity. That's important to me.
Okay, that's beautiful. Now, when it comes to you being a fitness enthusiast, I see a couple of videos of you, you know, doing your fitness thing and all that. How are you able to balance being this person that does so much and, you know, enjoys doing all the things that you do?
Yeah, I mean, okay, so for example, we all do that. We all do some aspect of fitness in our life, right?
Right.
But all that I do is I film it. I want to share it, you know, because some people lack motivation. Some people may need like a start to their fitness journey, or, you know, I have my Dosho page at the Dosho, which has just everything from meal prep to just, you know, uplifting quotes, fitness, everything. I think that if we kind of show people a little bit of ourselves, we bring them in, you know, and we can actually like learn from them as well. So it's not something that is out of the norm for me. It's something that I do and I just show it. Yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. Now, if I may ask this question, I might take you a little back to what we discussed before now.
Okay.
But I just want to make something clear because people want to be able to benefit from this as much as they can, learn from you and apply this to their own lives, you know. So you told me you live in DC right now. And then you do a couple of things, which is fashion, you do your pharmacy thing, and a lot of other things that you do. Why did you choose the profession of being a pharmacist over every other, you know, medical aspect, like every other thing in the medical field?
In the medical field. Okay, yeah, that is a good question. So I didn't know when I first started out. I didn't know because I had a BS, so a Bachelor of Science in biology. In biology, and with that, I could have done anything. You know, I could have been a teacher, could have done research, I could have been finding the cure right now, you know. So there's different things that I could have done, but I decided to do pharmacy because I did trial and error. So I worked in every field, and then I was like, oh, I don't like that, I don't like this. So like with the medical field, the hours, you know, if you're not in the hospital, you're still on page, you know. It just got, when I thought about my future, it didn't seem like the path that I would, you know, most fit. So I worked at a pharmacy and I just fell in love with it, you know, because you have that interaction with people every day. Yeah, and I was just like, you know, I liked it, and they loved me. Like the whole community was like coming back to the pharmacy to see the tech, you know. So I was just like, I can do this.
That's cool. One thing I personally know is if you're not a people person, you can't be a pharmacist because you have to be personable. You have to be out there, like talking to people, you know, and people have to be attracted or drawn to you, you know, because they feel more comfortable when they're in front of you. Now, your lifestyle, your career, your beauty thing, the influencing, how do you balance all of this as an individual?
I mean, I would say it's hard, it's challenging, but I don't feel fulfilled if I don't do it. So at the end of the day, it gives me a sense of, you know, like I said, I'm sharing with the world my creativity because I was a fashion, I still have, you know how they have the left and right brain?
Yes.
I use both, you know, the creative and the logistics side.
That's
and so at the end of the day, I just think that we should use all of our God-given talents, maybe not all at once. But it took me time to get to the point where they're all kind of manifesting and I can balance them. And I just find time, like the weekends, you know, don't take those for granted. Don't be like, oh, I'm off work, let me go to sleep, watch a movie. No, this is valuable time. You can work on your other passion and then get right back to work.
Very true. That's a good point. So the weekends are very valuable. We make good use of them instead of just relaxing all week. Now, I have this saying. I always tell people, like,
it's so bright.
Yeah, hey, it is, right? No problem. No problem. I always tell people, I say, look, we're going to have a whole lot of time to relax, enjoy ourselves in the future. So let's use the time we have right now to do as much as we can to, you know, give a whole lot of value to ourselves, develop ourselves, read a lot, get to know a whole lot of things that are going to improve our lives and the lives of others in you know, who are connected with us in one way or the other. Now, I know you have a talk show, right?
Yeah.
What is your talk show about, and what was your motive when you were creating this talk show? And how has it helped, like the women and the people that come on the show? How has it really helped them, you know, see or have a vision of what you do? Yeah,
so the purpose of the show is, yes, it's about health. Yes, it's about living a healthy lifestyle, but at the same time, it's sharing my actual like personal life. So I have a lot of friends in the music industry, the film industry, you know, and so I wanted to bring them on the show so that they can talk about, because everyone like I said, everyone works out. Everyone does something in their life that they deem, this is what I'm doing for health. So whether it be drinking water, or what do they do to stay fit on tour? So it's a lot of ways that, you know, in unconventional places, I'm finding that people are still concerned about health, and it doesn't have to be just the straight and narrow on the news, you know, hearing from the Surgeon General, you know, it's actually happening every day. People are concerned about their health. Very true. Very, very true. And how's the show been going so far? It's really good. I mean, obviously, it's a way for me to reconnect with the people that I love and share their story. And, you know, a lot of people have been like, wow, I didn't know this was going on in the industry. You know, think about it, like the drugs, different things that they experience. And it's not just about that, because I'll still give tidbits. Like yesterday, I did something about how to go grocery shopping in COVID-19. Little things that you don't think of. And it's just good to hear it by a real professional versus all these bloggers and these beauty health people who are just like spitting out information that have no backing. So at least they say, you know what, she looks like me, but she also knows what she, you know, what she's talking about. Exactly. That makes a whole lot of sense. So guys, if you're out there right now and you have any questions for the Robin B, she's right here with us, and you guys can start hitting us with those questions. You see, a whole lot of people are already sending so much love, you know, compliments, and talking about you being beauty and brains. You know, I'm seeing a whole lot of nice comments out here, and that is a beautiful thing that people really are enjoying what you're doing here right now. Yeah. So I'll go to my next question, which is about your story. Is there a story about you that you don't really get to tell that often, that people don't really know about you, but it's something that really shaped your life to the point where you are right now? Yeah, well, I kind of briefly mentioned it, but it would be that fashion designer, that other life before pharmacy, kind of, you know, because a lot of times people get straight out of college, they know what they want to do, they go straight in. Like a lot of my friends are 4 years younger than me, but it's because I took that time between college and pharmacy school where I got to explore myself and things that I loved. So, you know, that's what people don't know. Of course, I'm sitting in classroom and I'm getting the same grades as everybody, or I'm in the pharmacy and I'm doing the work, but people don't know where I came from. So I think it's really interesting because a lot of people actually do have those stories. Like a lot of people were in the military before. So I think that it's important that you kind of have a reason as to why you're there. And when you're older and you make that decision to go back to school that long, you really know that that's what you want to do. Very true. So it was at the point where you really knew what you wanted to do, not what somebody was encouraging you to do. Because I come to see that, you know, I'm still young, but being the person that I am, I've seen people go from loving to do something to just doing it because they want to be able to take care of bills. And then they lose the value of what they originally were created for, which is giving what they really wanted to do to people. And, you know, you're always the best at what you do if it is something that you really wanted to do. That's true. Because I personally believe that we all in the world are created differently. We are not perfect, but we all have a purpose. Now, the purpose that we are created for is what we have to realize. And that is the only thing that's going to give you success in the world that we live in today. And I go back to what you said. You said success is not about having 1 million followers on Instagram. Success is not about, you know, making so much money on something that you don't really love. It is about doing what you love, loving it, and making it a part of you and giving back value to others. Because when you don't give value to others, then it's like you're just not giving anything that people are going to hold on to. And I think that's something that we all should inculcate in a part of our lives. Yeah. Do you have any comments? You got it. Okay, great. So the next question that I had for you is, was there ever a time when you sat down and it all seemed like, oh my God, how am I going to make it? Like, is there ever a time you asked that question? I mean, every day, because, you know, I put so much on my plate. And I have to actually accomplish that stuff. You know, you make your bed, now you need to lay in it. And sometimes it gets overwhelming. But when you do it, when it's done, you just feel so good. So I would say every day is a challenge, obviously, especially in the, you know, everyone's looking to us in the medical field right now during this COVID-19. And we cannot go, and I will repeat this for everyone, no matter if you're a medical doctor, a nurse, we cannot go against science and data. And we've seen it happen, you know, with these drugs that they're promoting, but then it ends up killing people. So we have to, and it takes time to create that research. So we can't speak on things. We can't give treatment advice until we know. So a lot of people are like, what do we do? What do we do? So, you know, it's challenging when you experience that every day. But I will say, other than that, academically, you have to really be good at math when you're a pharmacist. So that first year of pharmacy school, I had that first like pharmaceutics class, and I was just like, oh my gosh, how am I going to pass this? But I remember one night I just really studied, and I got like the highest grade in the class.
Wow.
So that was something I'll never forget.
That's a good story right there. So determination, like if you're determined to do something and you really want to get it, you'll do what it takes to get it, right?
Do what it takes, yes.
That's right. What are some challenges and obstacles that you faced during your course of being who you were and who you are right now?
I would say the biggest challenge, like something that is hard, is that as medical professionals, we are naturally quarantined. Like our profession, we're not introverted by choice, but a lot of times like we have so much work that it causes us to lose our social life.
Right.
So I would say like social media is different. I can take a picture here in quarantine. I can take a picture at my house, but actually having the interaction with my friends, going to brunch and doing things, I was robbed of that, obviously, because I have to put my studies first and put my patients first. So that's what I would say is really challenging. And you just have to have friends that understand you, partners that understand you, that you're not going to be available. And that's probably the most challenging.
I see. Now, the people that you surround yourself with as friends, family, your partner, and the closest people to you, how important is that as regards, you know, giving you direction as to where you're going in life?
It's really important. It's important that, like I said, that they understand you, and that you understand them, and that you guys are going to, because, you know, unless I was with someone or had all my friends that were only in the medical field, then they would fully understand me. And a lot of people are like that, but the people I bring on the dose, they're from all different industries.
Right.
So you kind of have to understand, hey, they may be in the studios all night, or, you know, they're creating YouTube content and you're studying. So as long as they can respect that and understand that, that's important. And obviously family is very important, just having a support system, like when you have to call up, like, I don't know if I'm going to do well on this test, or I don't know if I can go into work. So it's really important you have people there around you.
Very true. Very, very true. Thank you so much for your wonderful comments. Now, in your life, in your current situation right now, what makes you feel the most fulfilled and why?
I would say my creativity is growing. So that makes me most fulfilled. So creativity doesn't mean just, you know, drawing or, you know, how I do my makeup or things like that. It means like also being creative in how I treat my patients.
Very
so
true.
A lot of times, you know, I can't explain it, but in the medical field, like there's no right answer. It's really up to clinical judgment. So all those years we're really learning and honing down on what would we do ethically. Like, where's our moral compass? So really just getting creative with like, you know what? I may not have the same answer as my colleague, but it's different and it may work. And these are my reasonings behind it. So when it comes to pharmacy, I apply that. When it comes to fashion, I apply that. When it comes to new ideas for content, I apply that. So creativity makes me just feel like really good.
Very, very well said. Very well said. Now, in your life, do you have someone you look up to, like a mentor, a hero, or a couple of people? Because sometimes it's hard to just mention one person that you see as a hero or as a mentor. Sometimes you have a couple of people, but do you have anyone specifically that really, you know, gives you that drive that you look up to?
Well, the obvious answer, everybody's going to say one of their parents.
That's right.
So I would definitely say one is my mother, because she, it's even annoying. Like her work ethic is amazing still at her age. She's up all night. She's falling asleep at the computer. I'm like, lady, you don't get off the computer and go to sleep. But you know, she's in healthcare as well, so she's worked to the top of her industry, and it's really inspiring to me. As far as like maybe like a celebrity or something, obviously I would say Beyonce. So you know, because she makes it happen in that 24 hours, and you know, every time she comes out even better than she was before. And she's not on anyone else's timetable.
Very true.
So I always think too, like when you actually come out with something that you're planning, don't rush it, because the world's going to be ready when you're ready to give it.
Very
like,
true.
You know, when you drop something, no one's expecting you to drop it for years. You know, they're just like, wow, it's here.
Right. So there's never a late comer, so to say. It's never late.
Yeah.
Very true. So we all have 24 hours every day. What makes your 24 hours different from the next person's 24 hours? Because a whole lot of people say, oh, I don't have enough time for this. I don't have enough time for that. But I come to look at your personality. Like, you're someone who does a whole lot of stuff in 24 hours. You're still able to achieve this, do this, and do that. And it's all working out. Like, how is your 24 hours different from the other person's? And how have you been able to, handle this as a person?
Yeah, that's a good question. It definitely takes work. You have to really be committed to it, but I write things down. I definitely plan out my day, and if I don't get it done, then I make sure, it gets done. A lot of people will forget, oh man, I was going to create that one thing. What was it? You got to write these things down and check them off as you go. And I would just say, even doing a little bit towards it, sending that one email or, doing that one design, if you lay a brick every day, then it's going to get finished eventually. So that's what I try to do. In that 24 hours, all my different passions, I try to do something, post on my page of the dose, post on my personal page, do that, little by little, and they always start building.
And then it gets easier when it's something that you keep doing every day, right?
Every day.
Very true. That makes a lot of sense. So I will ask the next question right now. A whole lot of people are out here watching us right now. And then there are people in different parts of the world, maybe not America, maybe in Europe, maybe somewhere in Africa, and and the Antarctica. Everyone has a story, and everyone wishes they could be successful. But it takes a whole lot of work to get to that level of success. In order for you to get to that level of success, you have to start with a vision, right? And a dream, so to say. What can you say to someone out there who doesn't believe that their dream is still valid?
Wow. Yeah, it's hard to tell that person anything. But what they need to hear is that your dream is still valid, because anything you think of, you can achieve. But a dream takes work. It's nothing without work. True. So a lot of times we want something so bad, I want that new house, but we don't do anything to get towards it.
Right.
So I think that, it's cliche to say that, but at the end of the day, people underestimate the fact that you can want something so bad, but if you don't work, you'll never get it. So also having, people around you like this, like what we're doing, just motivating you, having a mentor, and making sure that mentor has done it. Don't talk to your friends who haven't done it before. Don't talk to people about relationships that aren't in one. You have to get, you have to get that good advice, and you just have to stay motivated and lay that brick every single day.
Very well said. Now, you just made a very valid point. Because we have Instagram, we have a whole lot of other social media platforms. People are able to, gain a good followership and engagement. Right. And then they say whatever they want to say, whether they know a whole lot about it or not. So we have to know what we consume. Because if you're consuming the wrong info, then you're giving yourself the wrong impression about a whole lot of things.
Yep.
And this is one thing you brought out that I'm just, re-stressing so that people can get to understand, because it makes a whole lot of sense. Trust me. And through this discussion, I also learned something new that I just knew about you, which is your consistency. You're consistent at what you do. And this is what puts you on the forefront, because you said every day you try to make sure that you are able to do one thing that relates to every aspect of your life. So post here, post this, post that, reach out to this person, send one email and all that. All these things take a whole lot of work, because we can do so much talking here right now, but without action, nothing works. Yeah. And this is something that I hope our viewers are taking into consideration and will apply into their lives, because it's really going to change your life when you do more than you say. Now, I see you're a very happy person. I can tell. Now, it's not hard to know. After a conversation for a few minutes, you can tell about someone who's happy. You can tell about someone who has that determination. And you're unique and original at what you do, because you are doing things effortlessly. Like, it's there.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it's something that people really need to apply in their lives. And these things only come with a whole lot of excellence, because you keep doing this and doing this, you're consistent at it. I saw a comment right now from TLG Cats, and it makes a whole lot of sense. It says, you have to be consistent in anything you do, because when you're consistent, that's when things are going to work. Now, it's like hitting the same spot every day. Hitting the same spot every day. It's going to give it eventually.
Yes,
right?
It will.
Or there's going to be a dent eventually. So that's one thing people need to understand about life. And remember who you are and always put out your A game, which is what you do. And all these things are what I personally gathered from our discussion today.
Good. So that's what I wanted it
I really appreciate the fact that you came on this show, and trust me, you have been able to give a sterling presentation that a whole lot of people are able to benefit from. Now, do you have any parting words for people, any expressions you want to give to people out there to motivate them? Because we need a whole lot of motivation in the world we're living in today. We have a whole lot going on right now. For example, the pandemic out there. You know, people are home. That's my son.
I know. It's so cute.
Come over here.
I was just like.
He's 1 year old.
So cute.
He's all over the place.
Hi, so beautiful.
He is all over the place.
Look at him.
Hey, hi, Dr. Rose.
That was so funny. I just saw the door.
All right.
He's like, Dad, hurry up.
Sorry?
He's like, Dad, hurry up.
Hurry
so
up.
We can play.
Yeah, you should be done right now. So tell us some parting words and expressions, motivate people out there who really need to hear this. I want you to help motivate a whole lot of people tonight.
Okay, so if you guys have listened, I've said everything. Lay a brick, every single day. Figure out what you want to do by trying everything, trial and error. You want to define your own success. So you want to just stay in your own lane, stay focused on your own plate, and make sure that every day is better than the day before. And then also, even if you don't get a response to the things you put out there and you're being consistent, do not stop. Just because you're not getting a response, you never know when that one repost, you never know when that one shout out will happen for you. So even for me, if I get a video and it doesn't get a lot of views, I don't care. I keep going. So that's what I would say.
Thank you so much for everything you just said. And we thank you so much for being on this show. And we're definitely going to have you on the show very soon again. Because we can't wait to have you. We can't wait.
This was fun.
It was definitely. And I really appreciate the fact that you availed yourself to make sure we're able to have this conversation. And trust me, a whole lot of people are more motivated than they were 30 minutes ago.
Yes. Okay, that's good.
Trust me when I say that. So thank you so much for being here again. And I really appreciate you coming up here.
Okay, bye, you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Robin.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. So we really love what we do. And what we do is motivate people as much as we can so that we can all be better people. Because we all need someone to push us up sometimes. It's not easy in the world we're living right now. So, guys, if you want to be part of this show, you just send in a request. If you have a story you want to tell, send in a request to let us know you want to be featured on this show. Now, my son almost tripped off my camera. Careful, young man. So, guys, if you want to be on this show, send in a DM. Send a DM directly. I read all my DMs. Tell me you want to be on the show. Tell me you want to be part of this show. And then I will, check out the schedule and let you know when you can come and tell us your story. We need a whole lot of people to motivate us. And there's a whole lot of people's lives that needs to be changed. Thank you so much, guys, for being part of this show. If I wasn't able to read your comments, it was because I was so deep into the discussion with Dr. Bob. That's it for today. And guys, thank you so much. My name remains Papa Jidenka. I'm trying to see if I can, get anyone to join us in the video because I see a couple of requests. My name is Papa Jidenka on Instagram. So it's PAPA Papa.JIDENKA. And we have this show every week. We bring a new person all the time to share their journey with us. And this is something that is really beneficial because it's something that we all are going to be part of, and it's going to shape our future. So thank you so much, guys, for today, and God bless you all. I'll see you guys again real soon.